Has your health been covered up? Today, it's Revealing Wholeness with Dr. Troy Munson, presented to you by Infinity Whole Health.
Hello and welcome. This is Dr. Troy Munson on Revealing Wholeness. You know, I read a lot, and a profound story was told to me in a book that I must relay to all of you. It really hit home, and I hope it hits home just as hard as it hit me. And it was talking about the mind. So we've been talking about how does the brain work? How do I begin to let go? Are there techniques that I can do that will actually help undo the garbage in my head? But this thing alone can kind of tell you where they all came from. Because some people out there might be saying, you know what, I'm pretty good. My life has been great. My childhood, there was nothing wrong with it. I kind of feel like one of those people, actually. And yet when I start digging into my own subconscious and pulling out debris, it was quite profound what had actually stuck in there. And this is how it happens. So how many of you out there used to believe that a little man in a red suit came down a chimney and gave you presents? Most of us believe that Santa Claus existed. And if you could believe something so outlandish as a man in a red suit coming down the chimney to give you presents, what else have you believed and put in your brain that people told you? Your parents, your teachers, strangers, all those people did this. If you really think about the enormity of that one concept, oh my gosh, I believed that as a kid. What else do I still believe that's in my brain that's there affecting how I do everything in my life? And that's kind of a scary thought because there's a lot of stuff in there. And so, this is kind of a fun podcast, but also kind of a hitting between the eyes podcast. And so I apologize to all those people out there. I'll put a caveat before this begins. It says there's going to be spoilers in here. So if you have kids in the room, get them out of the room. But it goes without saying that let's just for one moment realize that we have put a significant amount of lies and untruths or half-truths or really harmful things that may be in our subconscious that are just in there, milling around. And then you'll understand what we're trying to do is any condition that we have is partly in our brain, because those are beliefs that really are unfounded that led to behaviors and patterns and thinking that really got us into the disease conditions that we exist with today. And so, fun story, long answer, but another little window into why does the brain become so important as we unhinge these lies and really now interject truths. The good news is as you find these things that are in your subconscious as they pop out, you really get to ask as an adult, is this belief that I still hold valuable for me? Is it really okay that I still believe that money is the root of all evil? Is it really okay that I believe that if I try to get ahead, it's never going to happen? Are these things still viable beliefs for me? If my parents told me I was good for nothing, worthless, is that still a viable belief for me to have? And most of those answers to those questions are going to be an absolute no. And now you get to interject good thinking, solid thinking, correct thinking, thinking that actually does you good and expands you as a human being to grow to your full potential rather than continue to put you down. So until next time, you may have to listen to this a couple times. I'm Dr. Troy Munson on Revealing Wholeness.
This concludes another episode of Revealing Wholeness with Dr. Troy Munson. If you have any questions concerning this podcast or others, you can reach Dr. Munson by email at chiroman, that's CHIRO-man, @dr.com. Or you can call him at his office during office operation hours at 360-893-8586. This show is sponsored by Infinity Whole Health on the Disruptors Podcast Network.